What's up, YouTube fam? It's Tiffany coming at you guys with another video. Today I want to talk about lighting. So if any of you guys know, if you're new to photo boothing or if you are, been around for a while, you know the importance of lighting when it comes to creating a quality product. So if you want to come off as professional, you want to have beautiful videos, you want to have the best of the best when it comes to your software, and when you are recording and when you're using camera, anything related to photography or videography, lighting is going to be one of the most critical things that you want to make sure you get it right. So today we're going to talk specifically about 3 different options that I've been using since we bought our photo booth back in 2022. So I'm going to just kind of give you some thoughts I have on 3 of these different lighting setups that I have for our 360 booth specifically, and we'll get into which one that I found more recently that I think is probably the best option. So but before we get into that, first I want to make sure you like this video. I want to make sure you're subscribed. I want to make sure you're hopping down in the comments, giving me your thoughts and your ideas on topics that you would like us to cover, or what lighting setup that you have that you found to be most effective. I will make sure that I link to these lights options. I think all of these are available on Amazon, so I'll make sure I'll link that information down in the video below. But without further ado, let's get into it. So first things first, we are going to start with this, I think you pronounce it Yulzani. I always have trouble pronouncing this rectangular light here that I think it runs, if memory serves me right, about 80 bucks. So we bought this from the company that we bought the photo booth from. A few months later, I just wanted to have a backup. I always recommend all major parts of your photo booth that you have a backup. So we bought this as our backup, and because I wanted something that was a little bit of a lighter option, I'll show you the big daddy that we have here in a minute. But this one is really cool. You can have it set up to where it's connected this way if you want the longer video, or you can have it connected this way, square or the wide view. The cool thing about this one is that you can connect a phone charger here or a USB charger so that you can charge it, and then you can also connect your phone actually to this, so you can have it to charge your phone as well as the light. I found that it doesn't stay charged for a long time. Those are my down or my disadvantages to this one. I'll turn it on here so you can see. It doesn't get really light, in my opinion, and that was really my biggest, the thing I didn't really like the most about this. You can turn the light so it can go from light warm to white color, which most of them do that, but to me this is not very light. And then on top of that, it doesn't stay charged long. So I charged it. It takes like a day or something ridiculous to fully charge it. And so normally when I use it, I have to connect it to a battery pack to make sure that it lasts the entire event. And then I have to make sure I have enough battery pack. It's an ordeal with this. I have not had a lot of success with it. I even hopped in the Facebook groups to ask folks, like, what am I doing wrong? Why is my light not bright enough? I don't know. I never figured it out. So I would say of the 3, this is my least favorite. All right. Then we have the big daddy. This is our Let Go light here. I'm gonna turn it on really quick so you can see how bright it is. Yikes. Yeah. So this one gets extremely bright. Okay, so you can change the settings. It's really cool. Like I said before, you can change it from the white to the warmer colors depending on the light setting and the room that you're in. And then it takes these 2 battery packs here that come with it. We bought this with our photo booth. So we bought a whole package with the photo booth, the light, a battery pack. All of these things kind of came together in a package. I talk a lot about us working with OrcaView to purchase our photo booth in a previous video. So if you want to learn more about that, just check out some of our previous videos. I'll make sure that I add that to the video here. There's a lot of cool features here that you probably can't necessarily see, but this is the button to turn it on. Then you have a few buttons down here. These are the knobs that turn it warm or lighter. You can turn the power from very low to up to 100. So obviously the higher you have the light, the stronger the lighting, the less battery you're going to have. But these 2 battery packs, you can buy them on Amazon. So I bought some larger ones. You can buy ones that are a bigger, I don't know, this is probably 2000 MUAH or whatever that's called. But I bought some bigger ones. So I bought bigger ones so that I can have this pretty much almost on full bore and still last like 3 hours. So that to me is the most convenient part about this is you can buy these battery pack and then swap them out, so you can charge up 4 of them, which is normally what I do. And then that way, if I have a longer event that's maybe 4 hours, I can have 2 of them going, 2 of them charging, and swap throughout the event. So I think that's pretty cool. It also have these 2 buttons here that I'm sure you can't see, but you can check the status of your battery. Again, I love that because it'll tell you from 1 to 10. If you're at a 5, maybe you might adjust the lighting. People are, you know, if maybe you're at an event that is more scheduled, and so you're like, okay, well, people are gone to eat now. They're not going to be using the booth for the next 20 minutes. I'll turn the light off, save my battery. I like, you know, it's just big and powerful, which is why I call it the Big Daddy. And the little piece slips in here that I don't have here in front of me where the phone goes, and you can swap this out to have a phone, to have a GoPro or whatever. The way this is set up, whatever, you know, device that you want to use slides in here, and then you lock it into place and you're good to go. It also has a USB output here. So another option, you know, if you need to charge your phone, you can connect the phone to the USB. Obviously that's going to make the power go down faster. But again, if you have these battery packs here and you have a few charged, you know, you're good to go there. So I would say this has been my go-to for most of my events for the past 2 years. I've had no problems with it whatsoever, and I love it. The only bad thing about this that I don't necessarily like is that it's very heavy, which is why we call it the Big Daddy. So a lot of times we run into people that if the booth is shaking, so if you have a larger group that's on the booth, maybe 5 people, you know, sometimes we push it to 6. We always have that group though. What's that, like 6 people in there, and they just do a little bit of movement, this starts really fast because it is on the heavier side. So we have to be mindful. We always, you know, let people know, hey, from the waist up. I always give people warning, hey, the more you shake, the more the arm's gonna go like this, and your video is gonna be a little wobbly. So just be mindful. Don't do anything crazy. Again, move from the waist up and keep it PG. Maybe PG-13, but no rated R. So yeah, that's that one. That's again by Let Go. That one I don't believe might not be on Amazon. I'd have to check because we did, like I said, we brought that one directly from the vendor. And this is the most recent setup that I purchased. Actually found out about this one from obviously David Rodriguez. I give him shout outs all the time, but his YouTube video and his Facebook group has been very instrumental in my growth as a photo booster and learning things that I know. So this one is more of, this is just a Ozani, really what it's called, but I think it's just called like a phone videography set or something like that. So all it is this little piece here, it comes separate, and then these 2 lights come separate, right? So they slide right into these. You got all of these little 2 slots here. They slide in here and you lock them into place. Landscape or portrait, you have options. What else do I want to say about this one? This one is really light. So I just used this one at our last event about a week ago, and I actually preferred, again, when you're having large groups and they're shaking the arm, this one did not move as much, again, because it's less weight, it's lighter. So this to me, I think is going to probably be my go-to. These lights here, I'll turn it on real quick so you can see. They are not as strong, obviously, but you do have the options to increase the lighting here, so you can see how it gets lighter. So we can go all the way up. It has about 5 settings here that you probably can't see, but you can make them go up 5 more settings, and then I believe on that, the highest setting, I think it said you get about 90 minutes or 60 to 90 minutes, if memory serves me right. So this one does not though tell you where you are in the battery life. So that's the only thing about that. But it does have a little USB charger here. I'm going to turn these off so they're blinding. It does have a little USB charger here, so you can be charging these throughout your event if they're getting low. I charged these. They didn't take too long to charge. I charged them up and I did last throughout. I had a 2-hour event, so it wasn't super long, and I think I had them on about like the middle setting of the you know, the 5 different settings, and it lasted the entire event if memory serves me right. But if it doesn't, again, it has this little USB. You can connect that to your battery pack. So I would have something to, you could either like add, you know, they have little connections here that you can add if you want to add something here to add the battery pack, or you could just do a Velcro piece here on the back, which is probably what I might do. Velcro a smaller battery pack. Actually something like this size that I just so happen to have laying around here that you could probably Velcro in here if that works. Or some kind of way. Velcro it in here and then you're good to go. This one has 2, so you can connect both the lights right in here, or you could just put it on the arm and have a longer cords. But this one I think is actually, guys, going to be my go-to. And these, again, Ozani lights with the Ozani little videography phone pack, I think is what it's called. Again, I'll link everything in the description below. But I would say, and this was not even super expensive, y'all. I think this little piece here by itself was $20, I think. And then the lights, gosh, from memory, I think those were on sale for maybe $40 each or $30 each. So altogether, probably spent maybe $90 to get this whole setup. So not too bad. But again, I think this is gonna be my go-to because it is light. You know, I like that. So yeah, I am gonna stop talking. Enough is enough on that one. Again, hop down in the comments, y'all. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me what your lighting setup has been recently. Some of your, you know, lessons learned, advantages, disadvantages to the different ones that you're using. And obviously the sky's the limit, right? You can get pretty creative depending on the device you're using and all of the different, you know, lighting contraptions and setups that they have. You can have fun with it. So that is that. I'm gonna stop, and I hope to catch you guys next time on the next video. All right, peace.